Hello everyone, Jason here with another review. Today I'll be talking about Knuckles, the limited series set within the Sonic the Hedgehog universe. But before I get started, as always, I will be talking a few spoilers, so if you haven't seen Knuckles yet and you don't want it spoiled for you, stop the video, go to Paramount Plus, check it out, and come on back and we can talk about it. But now that we're past the spoiler warning, let's dive in, shall we? Ever since I was a kid, I've been a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I really enjoyed the Sonic the Hedgehog movie and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So when it was announced that not only would we be getting Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but Knuckles would be getting his own streaming series, I was really excited, and I could not wait to see more of this character that Idris Elba brought to life so beautifully in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And boy, does this series deliver. Now, I really feel like the title should have been Knuckles and Wade because it is very much a two-hander series. Once again, you've got Idris Elba delivering the funniest lines in absolute deadpan, and it just works so well. He even brings a lot more nuance and emotional depth to this character this time around because he's really trying to find his place in this strange and different land. And he does a lot of that through his relationship with Adam Pai's Wade, who was very much a side character in the first two films, just meant for like comic relief and just some silly one-liners. Adam Pali does an amazing job bringing a lot more to this character. He really is the heart of this show, and he delivers so well, but also still some of that silly, quirky goofball that he was known for in the first two films. And it just works. The dynamic between these two characters is so fun and endearing, and it really makes the series what it is. But those two aren't the only solid performances in the series. You've got, of course, Cary Elwes, who plays Pistol Pete, Wade's dad, and he just hams it up in this series. Just delivers every line with absolute cheese and just really, really, really goes for it in the most outlandish and over-the-top performance this series has to offer. And there are quite a few outlandish and over-the-top performances. You've got Christopher Lloyd making a extended cameo as Chief Pachacamac, the Echidna warrior who trained Knuckles in the ways of the Echidna warrior. And Christopher Lloyd is just as funny and spot on as always. Those couple scenes that he had, and including being part of the zaniest episode in the entire series, just really works, and it's just really good and really fun. Edie Patterson as Wade's sister is really funny. Kind of plays it very childish, and that really works for the dynamic between her and Wade. And it's just really some of the silliest and just goofiest moments come from the banter between these two characters. Stockard Channing plays their mother and just really, really brings a lot of humor and heart and just utter awesome, especially in episode 3. There's some pretty great performances in this show, and it really works. Everybody's at the top of their game, including Rob Huebel and Paul Shearer, who kind of bounce off each other just like they did in the old Human Giant days. And it's a lot of funny people just having the time of their lives, and it works so well. One shortcoming this series has is in the villain department. It seems that the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise as a whole has a difficult time with villains and trying to get away from Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik. Of course, he is coming back for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And that really shows in this series as well. I mean, you've got the main villain who is the buyer, and you've got, Pistol Pete as sort of a antagonist for Wade, but the villains aren't really that interesting. They're really in it just to be bad, and there's no other reason. I think the only character that has interesting motivations and should have really been given more is Ellie Taylor as Agent Willoughby. Like, She has a pretty solid monologue in episode 5, and there's some pretty solid motivations there, and it's almost like she should have been the main antagonist of the series, but they just kind of relegated her to like a henchman, and it's a shame because there's just so much going for that character and so much needed in the villain department. And I know this is a series trying to really develop growth in its two main characters, but I feel like for a franchise that relies on the hero villain dynamic, this series was a little lacking. Overall, I really enjoyed the show. Lots of action, lots of heart, lots of zany, off the wall humor. Despite the fact that the villains are a bit lacking, the series still works as a whole. Each episode is very short, like 30 to 25 minutes, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. The jokes are fun. Your kids are going to love it. Sonic fans are going to love it. There's a lot in here for everyone, and it's just overall a good, fun time. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you thought of Knuckles down in the comments. What was your favorite episode? What was your favorite part? I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. You want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get updates on all my future videos. You can also follow my social media pages. Links down in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.